Today I'm going to do a little demonstration. I got some badly stained Barbie clothes. Some of them are really bad. Like, look at that. And that. And what I'm going to do is soak them in some denture tablets, denture cleanser. Just drop the tablets in and they'll foam up. And then I'm going to put all of my clothes in. And I'll probably let them soak for about an hour. So you can see all of them I'm putting in there. And hope that red don't fade. This is real stained. This dress here is not bad, but there is a stain there. Then we have this one here, this here, and that. And what I'll do when I come back, I'll let this soak for about an hour or two, and I'll come back and see the results. Okay, an hour later, and I've been soaking these in the denture tablets. I don't know if that stain is totally gone. And then I just lay these, once I take them out of the denture, I lay them into some warm water. But remember this, that horrible stain that was on that, can you believe it? Totally gone. And you never want to twist and wring them. You'll see how I just kind of pat and dry. White stripes are very white and nice on that, so that's good. This, let's see. Nope, that didn't take that spot out. That didn't move that. Hey, this came out pretty good. I'm just gonna barely do that. And I don't know if you remember, this was very dingy looking. Pretty good. And this is only after about an hour and a half actually. Remember this, how bad that was? Pretty good. This is what I was worried about, the red fading. It didn't fade, it didn't come super clean, but sometimes after I lay these out in the sun, and I'm trying to save this because it's a little kiddo outfit. Nothing happened there. So next thing I'll try this with some OxyClean, see what happened. And this last thing here, it came pretty white. So then what I do, I come over here just with some, one thing left. Oh, that came clean. It was so clean, I didn't even see it laying in there. Then I just put it in some warm water. I'm gonna dump this water here out on the other side of the sink so I can have enough room. Okay, so then what I do is when I take them out, I squeeze out as much water as I can, but I don't like to wring them really. You know how you normally wring clothes? I just squeeze it out and then I lay them on a towel. Because this fabric is very old and you don't want to like accidentally tear the fabric or anything. So see how I'm just kind of squeezing the water out. Can't believe how white that came. And of course you always should use bleach on your white, but when your fabric is this old, you don't want to like really use bleach on it. And these colors, of course, you couldn't use bleach anyway. The stain didn't come out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I can't believe how nice that came out. That had a really bad stain on it. The robe was the same way. I'm squeezing that a little harder because I know what'll happen with that fabric. And then the last thing, I let my water out. And I kind of squeeze that. Okay, now I have them all laid out on this towel. And what I do next is just take this towel and kind of pat as much of the water out as I can. And then usually, I didn't bring it in the house though, but usually what I do now is I leave them on this, sometimes I leave them on a towel. But sometimes I will put them straight on one of those little things from the Dollar Tree. It's like a little what is it? It's really a little shelf. But look how nice and clean that robe came out. I can't believe that either. That was dirty. Here's that little jumpsuit. I mean, it's in pretty good condition. Just was dirty. So that came out pretty good. Oh, there's a little tiny hole. And this is this dress. I just need to put the lining back inside of it. Yeah, hole in that too. See what I mean? This fabric sometimes is dry rotted. But what I may do to it is cut the bodice off and still use the bottom. I don't know. There's this cute little pink dress here. I don't know if that stain is still there or not. I need to check that when it dries. That was the best result there, of course. Well, I don't know. All of them came out pretty decent, most of them, because that was so dingy looking. Now it's nice and white looking. And this came out good. I don't know who it even belonged to, but it came out really white. That, not so much. That, not so much. And this came out nice. And this was a black labeled outfit, but the label is attached to the other part of the dress that had totally dry rotted. So then, to make sure I get as much water out as possible, see how I'm taking this towel and I just like roll it. So now I'm going to let these dry overnight. And we'll come back tomorrow and I'll show you the next step of how I steam them or however I treat them if they need to be treated more. So we'll see you the next step. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Doodles. Today I am going to continue the process of how I treat and clean Barbie clothes. Well, any kind of clothes, doll clothes, by using a steamer. And this is just an inexpensive Black & Decker that was purchased at Walmart, like less than $20. It works great. And I am going to be using, see how this turned out, even though I haven't really washed it yet, or try to treat it. And the other day I showed in another video, or part of this video, I showed how I washed and cleaned the clothes. And now that part is, I'm going to be steaming them to get them presentable. So let me set this down for a moment. Okay, so we'll start with, what are we going to start with? We're going to start with this. This is in super or whatever condition. So put it on a hanger because that steam gets really bad. And close it. Oh, I can't get that little tiny loop, so maybe this wasn't the best one to start with. So, okay, so you see how wrinkled that is. So I take the steamer. Ooh, I need something more than that. That is still too close to my finger. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, this will work great. This will work great. Okay, I'm going to twist this pipe cleaner on there so it doesn't get so close to my finger to steam. Yeah, this will work great. Okay, so a clothespin is what I usually use to kind of hold it. So you see how big that wrinkle is there? Let's try that. Oops, I think I'm off camera. And you can see how these wrinkles are falling out. And the other thing you can do, okay, but you can see how good that's turning out. Let's set that back there. You can see how those wrinkles are starting to fall out. So this is kind of faded looking, so I'm going to stop on this one, and I probably will try to like over dye it or something to see. So let's move on to another outfit. Okay, we're going to work on this little gown here. You can see, and this is a little fancy, I believe, little gown. So we're going to, and this one will probably turn out much better because it's cotton. Only thing I don't like about this steamer here is that it does not hold a lot of water. So you have to constantly refill it. Okay, so you can see that's coming out pretty good. Then we'll get the little ruffle up there, see if we can get it smoothed down some. And what I do when I get to things like this is I should have had all this already pulled down, but I didn't. Okay, let's get this. So this is just like a regular little thing you use when you're sewing. You also can lay it down like that flat. And this also protects your fingers a little bit better. So I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to get that ruffle smoothed down a little bit more. That's turning out pretty good. Now let's go over here and get the sleeve. And if you need some help, I gotta fill it up again. If you need some help with these sleeves, keeping them down, what you can do is pull them down like so and put a pin right there. Hold on, let me get a little pin. So I'm gonna put a pin right there to hold that side down, and then put a pin over on the other side to hold that sleeve down. So when I know this is kind of awkward for me. Okay. So now when I steam it, everything is in place, but I need to fill my steamer. And you always want to use distilled water when you clean. When you're using this steamer, it calls for distilled water. And you see these little arrows, you just twist them apart. And then the top comes off. And you want to fill it. And you fill to the maximum line, which is right there. And then you just twist the top back on. I'm going to set this flat there so it does not burn me. Okay. So now we're ready to go again. It doesn't take more about a minute for the steam really to start coming out. So we're going to go with the board again, and we're going to get the sleeve done. I know that's kind of big and hard to see. Okay, it's not quite boiling yet. Give me just a minute, and then I'll show you the other items. We will press out this little slip perhaps. Oh, I want to show you on this ribbon how well it works on ribbons. Okay, so now you can see all the steam coming out, so it is good and ready. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Let's set the steamer down, turn it that away from my sewing machine. And you'll see that the ruffles are nice now and everything. So that was the first item. Let's go with this little skipper dress. And you can see the little, it's very wrinkly. The ribbon looks, So now what I do for the ribbon, I do like to snap it up too when I'm doing it. Okay, so let's lay this one aside since we have it done. Okay, so now we're going to work on this little dress here. I know this board is dirty, it's just from years and years of ironing. So what I'll do with the ribbon is pull it out and put a pin at the end. Okay, so we'll do that ribbon right there, that side first. And it really makes this ribbon look like new. Well, you know, as new as it can be expected. See how straight that ribbon? You'll see in a minute. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other side of the ribbon. You know what I think I'm going to do is let's just put that right there. That's too far from the camera. I'm gonna do the little dress. This is turning out really good, this skipper dress. Okay, so now we gotta get the other ribbon straight. You see all the little twisties in it. I'm gonna move this closer. But look how nice this one here is. So now we're gonna do that other ribbon over on this side here. Hold on, let me put a pin there. Steamer can be a game changer when you're doing this kind of stuff. Okay, there you go. So now we're gonna do this side of the ribbon. Here you can see all the little extra little twists and stuff in there. Just put that in here. And now I'm gonna take it off. And you can see it still has one little fold in there. But so what I'll do on that one is try not to burn myself. There you go. Coming out pretty straight now. Then we'll touch up the back of this. And there's that now. And you can see the ribbons are pretty straight and smooth. So that was that one there. And then I don't know if you, when I first washed this stain was really bad. And I said, oh, I don't know, but it has lightened tremendously. So it's still there, but now it's not as pronounced as it was. And something like this really wouldn't need any steaming, but you could. Here's that little Buffy dress, and this was definitely a transformation on it. Hold on, I'm gonna steam it just a little bit. Let's put that on a little hanger here. And I have a Buffy doll now, and also, okay, the snap is missing, so I'm gonna have to replace the snap on it. But there's that little Buffy dress, and this one doesn't take a lot. I mean, personally, I like to do them flat more so than just holding them up in the air. But you know, I mean, they work, it works pretty good. You can see the difference. All the little wrinkles come out. What else do I have? Oh, let's try it on this Ken robe. Yeah, that's what I have in there. And this little dress here. So we got two more things we're gonna try it on. So all you need is a steamer. I mean, you can iron it, but sometimes the iron has a tendency to flatten. I don't know if this is Ken's robe, but it's somebody's robe in the Barbie family. Now this, see how this is kind of like one side longer? So an item like this, I would definitely flat steam it so I can kind of shape it some. So I'm gonna put it on my board. And I know you can't see my board, but I'm gonna show you in just a moment how I get this to be back the size like it needs to be. Put a pin there on that corner. Do the sleeve right. And put a pin on the sleeve. Okay, and put a pin on that sleeve. So by shaping this on the board, you can see it's still a little stretched out on that side. And see what I mean? This steamer is already out of steam. That's the only downfall of this one here. Okay, so now you can see there. So I have to fill the steamer again. That's an issue. It takes such a little bit of water, but you know the old saying, you get what you pay for. And I had a big steamer that held a lot that I steamed clothes with, and I figured I'm not going to be using that, so I got rid of it. Twist that back. Still, let's wait for the steam to start, and I'm going to shape this out a little bit more, this little robe. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, it sounds like it's almost ready. What I'm going to do on this is try anyway and see if it make a difference. So I'm going to steam it flat open like that first. Once that steamer, it's almost there. Okay, yeah, it's ready. So I'm just, you know, I mean, you don't have to actually touch the item. With the cotton, it might be okay, but definitely if you're using delicate fabrics, you do not want to touch the actual steamer to the item. Okay, so you can see that is much better now. So, you know, I mean, this is not like big money or anything like that, but it does make a nicer presentation. So our next item we're going to do, which is going to be a challenge, is this little ruffled dress here. It does have a hole in the top, but I'm going to add some lace and stuff to that to repair it, because I think this is really cute. I like this little outfit. Okay, so this one, you can see how those ruffles are going every which way. I'm going to twist that on there to hold it. And now let's try that now. Ooh, yeah, the ruffles are all coming down in the right direction. You see, look at that on the front, how those ruffles are all coming right down. Then on the back, this is like a little satiny fabric. And it does satins pretty good. I may have to lay this down flat to actually get that done right. Yeah, let me lay that down flat and rush so it doesn't run out of steam. So give me just a minute to get it laid down. Yeah, okay, so we got that laid on there. So now let's do that and see if we can get how straight we can get that out. Now, I am not a professional, but by any means, but look at the difference. And then we'll lift that up. Let's lift this up here. Straighten it out a little bit. And then we're going to smooth these ruffles down in the back. And you can see that works really well on smoothing those ruffles out. Then the next thing we want to smooth out is that little bow right there. Okay, so you can see, so I got to take my finger and kind of work that one out flat so the steam can get up under it. Let's see here. There you go. Look at the bow, the difference in the bow. Can you see that? So that's 100% improvement from where it was. And I didn't mess with the top because what I'm going to do on the top of this, you can see, I try to upcycle as much as I can. See all those little holes? I'm going to take some lace. Let's see if we got some I can put my hand on right here. Here's a little flower that would be pretty on here. Hold on, let me get this out. What I would do with something like this This is some pretty pearls. Just to give you an idea of what I would do to dress this up a little bit. Scissors. Let me turn this off because we're finished with that. So I'm going to use a piece of this pearl here. And I've seen a flower in this bag. Where did I see it at? Right there. This is the pretty, I think. And let me get a little piece of lace. Hold on, I gotta pull some lace out of this bag. I wasn't prepared to do this part here. But since we're running such good time, I figured I'd go in and do it. Bag of zippers, don't need zippers. And watch me find lace and it not be the color I want. And you don't want it, even though they use this lace here, you know, I was looking for more of a prettier lace than some of that. Let's see here. Oh, here's a bag right here full of little decals. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so what I would do up here, and in this case, I probably would use glue, honest fabric glue. And I would take and put like one of these decals here on it. There's a little hole right there. And I probably would like put stuff like that on there. And then I found one of these little tiny flowers. And you know, I probably would put something like that on there. And at the neck, just to dress it up and give it a little bit more stability, I probably would use, I like these pearls, that's why. Probably would use these pearls up along there. And you see how that would like totally transform it. And I probably also would put pearls here at the waist. So I will show you that in another video, how this finishes off. And I'll make a matching, well, not necessarily make, but in my bag of upcycle, recycle, need to be done something, I have some vintage veils. So I probably will use that veil with that. So I'll work on that, but thank you for watching. Hopefully this has helped. If you like this type of content, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And also, I have regular sales on Whatnot every Tuesday at noon, selling my upcycled fashions, vintage Barbie, anything related to dolls, really. And I probably will start doing a doll sale here on YouTube monthly on, I don't know what day. So thanks for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like this type of content and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.